Baik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Miss.
Okay. Before we start our class, we can pray together based on your belief. Pray, begin. Okay, finish. And then, before we continue the study today, I will present your attendance first. The first is Duratul Latifah. Are you there?
I'm here, Miss.
Okay, and then Lina Alia, are you there?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, and the next, Mbak Ira Safitri, are you there?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Ira. And then Bapak Ramita Dewi Fortuna.
Yes, I'm here, Miss.
Okay, thank you. And then Mbak Durotul Latifah.
Yes, Miss.
Sorry. And then Mbak Rahma Yunita.
Present, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Rahma. And the last is Mas Rozak Hakiki.
Present, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Today, do you know about what material now? Do you know? Before we continue the study, I will share PPT first. Do you see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. The material today is about procedural text. From the first, what is procedural text? Anyone can answer. Maybe in Bahasa is no problem.
True, Miss.
Okay.
It's a text that tells us how to make something. Thank you.
And then the other. Anyone can share the definition about procedural text? No? I will continue the procedure text, the definition about procedure text. Wait a minute. The definition about procedure text. Procedure text is text that designed to describe how something is achieved through a sequence of action or step. It explains how people perform different processes in a sequence of steps. The text uses simple present tense, often imperative sentence. It is also used temporal conjunctions such as first, second, then, next, and finally, and other. In bahasa, prosedur teks adalah suatu teks yang menceritakan atau menjelaskan terkait suatu langkah-langkah bagaimana kita melaksanakan suatu kegiatan atau melakukan suatu tindakan atau membuat suatu hal seperti membuat makanan atau membuat suatu kerajinan atau melakukan suatu tindakan seperti mengoperasikan komputer dan lainnya. Do you understand about the definition of procedure text?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you. And then the next is, what are generic structure procedure text? Anyone knows about the generic structure? No? Okay. The generic structure of procedure text. The first is goal or aim or title, and then the second is material, is not required for all procedural text, and the last is step, the action that must be taken. In generic structure that have three kind. Yang pertama itu goals atau tujuan. Tujuan itu sendiri bisa berupa kalimat atau clause dari judul teks itu sendiri, atau juga bisa berupa kalimat pembuka seperti let's make bla 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 bla. Itu bisa dikatakan sebagai goal or aim. And then materials. Material di sini bisa bilang seperti ingredients atau mungkin tools atau alat-alat lain yang digunakan untuk melakukan tindakan dalam prosedur teks. And then the last is step. Step yaitu langkah-langkah bagaimana kita melakukan suatu tindakan. Seperti misal ketika kita menghidupkan komputer, langkah-langkahnya siapkan perangkat komputer terlebih dahulu, kemudian pastikan listrik menyala, dan sebagainya. And then the next is the language features of procedure text. Like I say before, the language features use simple present, and then the other language features procedural text is anyone can read the PPT. Can you read? Maybe everyone?
Yes. Yes, Miss.
Okay. Mbak Ira, can you read the
Yes,
PPT?
Miss.
Okay, time is yours.
Okay. Language features of procedure text. In the procedure text, we use simple present tense and use of imperative such as cut, don't mix, and then use of action verb such as turn, put, and mix, and then use of connectives like first, then, and finally, and use of adverbial phrases for 5 minutes to centimeter from the top.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Ira. The language feature of procedural text. In the text procedure, we can use the first is simple present tense, and then the second is use of imperative, like the word cut, don't mix, don't put, don't pour, and other. And then the third is use of action verb. Action verb itu seperti verb yang menunjukkan suatu tindakan. Seperti turn, put, mix, and other. And then use of connective. Connective di sini like conjunction, first, then, finally, second, next, after that, and others. And the last is use of adverbial phrase. For example, for 5 minutes, 2 centimeter from the top, like that. Do you understand?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you. And then the next is, what are purpose of procedure text? Anyone know about the purpose of procedure text? Maybe to pursue something or to tell something how to do the things. Okay, the purpose of procedure text. The first is to explain or tell the reader how to make or operate or do something through a sequence of action or steps. And then the second is to explain steps or interaction to make or operate do something. And then the last is an anticipate outcome that intend or that guide your plan action, a particular course of action intended to achieve a result or to help us to task or make something. They can be a set of interaction or direction. Jadi pada intinya tujuan dari prosedur tag itu sendiri yaitu untuk menjelaskan atau menceritakan kepada pembaca bagaimana cara mengoperasikan suatu hal seperti misal komputer atau cellphone, kemudian bagaimana untuk membuat something, dan dalam prosedur teks itu berisi kalimat-kalimat atau clause yang menunjukkan itu suatu langkah-langkah. Okay, and then the example of procedural text. I want to Mbak Dorotul Latifah. Can you read the example of procedural text, please?
Yes, Miss.
Okay.
The example of, can I start, Miss?
Yeah.
The example of procedure text. How to make fruit soup. The materials are mango, avocado, sugar water, milk, ice, apple, strawberries, wine, and jackfruit. And the steps are: first cut the fruit round or dice, then stretching the flesh of a melon, then boil sugar with water until cooked for about 30 minutes. Next, put in serving glasses that have been cut around pieces or dice. Then, to taste, pour the sugar water, put ice cubes and put milk on ice fruit. Last, put the decoration on the glass with a piece of strawberry on it. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Dorotul. And then it is the example of procedural text. I want to read again. How to make fruit soap. The material is mango, avocado, sugar water, milk, ice, apple, strawberries, wine, and jackfruit. And then the step of how to make fruit soap. The first is cut the fruit around or date, then scratching and flash of melon, then boil sugar with water until cooked for about 20 minutes. Next, put in serving glasses that have been put around pitches or deep. Then, so to taste, pour the sugar water, put ice cube and put milk on ice fruit. Last, put the decoration on the glass with piece of strawberry on it. Like I say before, the generic structure prosedur text itu ada tiga. Ada yang masih ingat? Yang pertama itu goals and or aim,
Goals,
and then the second,
material,
yes,
Material,
and
and
then
then the
step.
last is step. Okay, can you explain to me and mention what the goal in that example? What the goal of that example?
Can I, Miss? Can I answer your
Yes, of
question?
course.
The goals or the aim of the procedure text or that procedure text is how to make fruit soup.
Yes,
And for
correct.
the
Thank you, Mbak Paramita. Can you mention the material?
of course, the materials is mango, avocado, sugar water, milk, ice, apple, strawberries, wine, and jackfruit.
And then the last structure.
The last is the step. The steps consist First, cut the fruit round or dice, then scratching the flesh of melon, then boil sugar with water until cooked for about 30 minutes. Next, put in serving glasses that have been cut round places or dice. Then to taste, pour the sugar water, put ice cube and put milk on ice fruit. Last, put the decorations on the glass with a piece of strawberries on it.
Okay, thank you. Correct the parameter. And do you understand what the Mbak Paramita said? Like Mbak Paramita said, the goals or aim of that example is how to make fruit soap, and then the next generic structure is materials like mango, avocado, sugar, water, and other. And then the step is first cut fruit around or dice and other. And then the next is please make a procedure text. In this section, I give you some tasks. You can make a one procedure text that kalian boleh membuat teks prosedur baik membuat makanan atau minuman in English. Can you understand my instruction?
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
Miss.
Okay. Um, jadi urutannya pertama, misal Mbak Ira terlebih dahulu, I give you time 5 minutes to you make a procedure text. If you done, you can write down in chat book in Zoom Meet, and then the next is the other students like that. And if you done write down, you can direct mention what the part of the structure you make. For example, Mbak Ira make how to make noodle. The first goals is how to make a noodle, and then material you can mention blah 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 like that. Do you understand?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. The first I want to Mbak Jurotul Latifah. Please make one procedure text. The time is free. 5 minutes is enough to your make the text. But Jurotul Latifah.
Yes, I think that's enough, Miss.
Okay. Time start now. Okay. Sambil menunggu Mbak Jurotul membuat teks prosedur, mungkin di antara kalian ingin menanyakan terkait materi hari ini atau ingin sharing terkait mungkin kalian pernah membuat suatu hal namun itu gagal ataupun berhasil, and you can say like the generic structure. For example, saya pernah membuat brownies. You can mention the goals is what like that. Anyone to share or not? Baju Ratu Latifah, do you have a problem? Okay.
I finished. Miss.
First, can you read your procedure text, please?
Uh, I make a procedure text how to make iced lemon tea.
Okay.
The ingredients are 1 bag of tea bag, 2 pieces of lemon orange, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 6 ice cubes, 50 milliliters of hot water, 150 milliliters of cold water, and the steps are: breathe tea bag in 50 milliliters of hot water, add sugar, and then stir until evenly distributed. Squeeze the lemon, then pour lemon juice into the tea. Add ice cubes and add 150 milliliters of cold water. Stir until the lemon juice mixes with tea. Add lemon slices as decoration, and finally iced lemon tea is ready to be served.
Okay, thank you, Baju Ratu. And then, what's the goal or aim on your text?
The goal is how to make iced lemon tea, Miss.
Okay, that's right. And the second Kindergarten, what are you know?
The materials.
Yes,
Yes.
your material is 1 bag of tea bag and then 2 pieces of lemon orange and other. That's right.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, and the last Skinner structure. Can you mention that?
Step, Miss. Step.
Yes. Your step is the first broth tea bag in 50 ml of hot water and then add sugar and then stir until evenly distributed. Yes, that's right. Batu Roto.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you Madurato for your text. And then the second student is I want to Mbak Karina Alia. 5 minutes to you make procedure text. It is enough to you.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, times is yours.
I'm done, Miss.
Can you read your text, please, Mbak Karina?
Okay, Miss.
Okay.
So the text that I made is how to make brownies. The ingredient is a half cup of cocoa, a half cup chopped walnuts, optional, 1 cup plain flour, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, 2 cups brown sugar, 2 eggs, and 200 grams of butter. The step: first, turn the oven to 118 Celsius and line a 30 multiple 20 centimeter thin with baking paper or grease it. Then, in a In a medium-sized saucepan, put the butter and cocoa. Melt it gently and make sure you don't boil it. Add the sugar and the vanilla and stir it well. Take the mixture off the heat and sieve in the flour. Stir it in well. Add the eggs, beating them in really well. If using them, add the chopped walnuts and stir them. Spread them in Spread the mixture in the tin bag for 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Karina. And now I want to ask you, what are the goal or aim on your text?
The goal is to tell the reader how to make a brownies, miss.
Okay, correct. And then the second general structure, can you mention?
The second general structure is
Materials. Okay, on your text, the material is a half a cup cocoa and then a half of walnuts. It is optional, and then 1 cup plain flour. That's right, Mbak Karim.
yes, miss.
Okay, the last kind structure is about what, Mbak Karina?
The last is the step, miss.
Yes, right. Your step is the first turn the oven to 118 Celsius and line the 13 and 20 centimeter like that. That's right, Mbak Karina.
Miss.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Karina, for your text. And then the next student is Mbak Ira. 5 minutes, it is enough to you make a text.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, time is yours. If you have a trouble, you can ask to us. Maybe in the next student, you can prepare your procedure text. Have you done, Mbak Ira?
Yes, I have done, Miss.
Okay. Can you read and mention the part of general structure your text?
Okay, Miss. Wait.
Do you write down on the Zoom chat?
Yes. The first one is goal, how to make sandwich, and then the material or ingredient to make sandwich, and the last is step.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Ira. And then the next is Mas Razak. 5 minutes, it is enough to you make a text. Hello, are you there?
Yes, actually, I have completed it, ma'am.
Okay. If you done your text, you can share in chat Zoom.
Okay, this is my text.
Okay. Wait a minute. Can you read and mention the part of generic structure of your text? Please read that.
Okay, how to make avocado juice. material part. Ingredient. It consists of 1 avocado, 1 cup of water or milk, 1.5 teaspoon brown sugar, 5 teaspoon milk powder, or milk powder if you are using milk. Then how to make it or the step. Cut in between the sheet of avocado and then twist. Scoop the flesh out using a metal spoon. Put the milk powder or milk, water, and brown sugar to into the blender and blend it till smooth. And then it's ready to drink.
Okay, thank you, Mas Rosat. I want to
Okay,
ask
you're
you,
welcome.
what your goal or aim in your text? What your goal?
Oh, this goal is to tell the reader about how to make avocado juice.
Okay, that's right. And then the second structure is about material. Can you mention what your material?
Yes, the material is in the ingredient: 1 avocado, 1 cup of water or milk, 1.5 teaspoon brown sugar, 5 teaspoon milk powder, and that's it.
Okay, thank you, Mas Rosat. And the last
Okay, you're
is
welcome.
step. Your step is the first cut it between the seed of avocado and then twist and scoop the flesh out using a metal spoon. Okay, thank you, Ms. Rosa. And then the next student
You're
is
welcome.
Mbak Paramita di Tuna. Yeah, 5 minutes it is enough to you make a text.
Actually, I already done with the text, Miss. Can I share in the chat box?
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
can you read your text and mention the generic structure?
Okay. Uh, how to make a soup? Ingredient is one cauliflower. Sec- the second is two carrots, two cloves garlic, two potatoes, two meatball, salt, cooking oil, pepper, celery, water, and for the utensils, I use pot, bowl, knife, frying pan. For the step, first is wait. It seems that I have internet connections problem. Uh, for the step is peel potato, garlic, cauliflower, carrot, and meatball with knife. Then cut into pieces. The second is grab a frying pan and cooking oil. Enter the garlic and soak until fragrant. Next, take a pot and put enough water. And then enter the potato, garlic, cauliflower, carrot, and meatball. Don't forget give the pepper and salt. Wait 5 until 7 minutes and finally pour the soup into bowls, sprinkle with celery and eat while warm. For the generic structure, the goal or the aim is how to make a soup. For the materials or I use ingredient in here is cauliflower, carrot, cloves, garlic, potatoes, meatball, salt, cooking oil, pepper, celery, water, and I also added the utensils, uh, pot, bowl, knife, frying pan. And for the last is the steps. Uh, like a peel potato, garlic, cauliflower, carrot, and meatball with knife, then cut into pieces. Grab a frying pan and cooking oil, enter the garlic and salt until fragrant. Take a pot and put in a water. Enter the potato, garlic, cauliflower, carrot, and meatball. Don't forget give the pepper and salt. Wait 5 until 7 minutes. Finally, pour the soup into bowl, sprinkle with celery, and eat while warm. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Paramita. That is good procedure text. And then the next student, Mbak Rahma Yunita. 5 minutes it is enough to you make a text.
Enough, Miss.
Okay. If you don't make text, you can write down on chat room. Okay. Barahma, your text is about how to make a burger. And then you can read and mention the generic structure of your text.
Okay, Miss.
Okay.
How to make burger materials: two breads, chili sauce, ketchup, mayonnaise, butter, onion, lettuce, cheese, beef burger, or meat. And then about tools: frying pan, stove, spatula, and plate. And then steps. The first step: put butter on bread and bake bread in the frying pan. And then put the ketchup, chili sauce, and mayonnaise on bread. Next, put cheese, sliced onions, lettuce, cucumber, slice on bread, and then put the meat that have been fried over the bread, and then put the bread again, and finally place the burger in the plate, and it is ready to be served.
Okay. Can you mention your general structure of your text?
And about title: how to make a burger, and then materials. Uh, there are some materials: two breads until beef burger or meat. About tools: frying pan, stove, spatula, and plate. And the step: there are maybe any 6 steps. That's all, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Manita. It is good enough about your text. And then the last is the Rizky Puspitasari. It you can make a procedure text 5 minutes. It is enough to you to make your text.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. If you don't make your text, you can share on chat room.
Okay, Miss. I have done, Miss.
Okay. Wait a minute. Your text is about how to make cake. Can you read your text and mention the generic structure of your text? Please read your text.
Okay, Miss. A quarter kilogram of butter, half tablespoon of ovalette, 3/8 kilogram of sugar, 3,5 ounce of wheat flour, 1 package of chocolate powder, 2 sachet of vanilla, 5 tablespoons of milk powder, 12 eggs. Steps: remove the egg yolk and albumen and place them in different bowl. Mix the butter, sugar, vanilla, and ovalette for 10 minutes. Put the yolk into dough and blend again at least 10 minutes. Pour the wet flour little by little into the dough and stir well. Pour the milk powder little by little in the dough and stir well. Pour the chocolate powder little by little into the dough and stir well. Blend the albumen around 5 minutes. Pour the albumen into the dough. Blend them around 10 minutes. Prepare a baking pan lubricated with butter. Pour the dough. Put into the oven and bake around 14 minutes in 25 degrees Celsius. Lift the cake and put on the plate. Spread some sugar on it. The bolu cake is ready to serve. Done, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Mariski. The generic structure of your text is the first goal. Your text is how to tell the reader how to make cake. That's right, Mariski.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. I think that's all about your practicing in make procedure text. Okay. Anyone can give me a conclusion about the material today? Maybe Mbak Karina, can you give me a conclusion about the material today? In bahasa is no problem.
Okay, Miss. So today we learn about procedure text. The goal of the text is to tell the reader how to make something, and the text is about the text consists of the goal, the ingredients or the material, and then the step of doing things. Is that all, Miss?
Okay, thank you Mbak Karina. And then I want to one student again to give a conclusion of material today. Maybe others people can mention your conclusion. Anyone? Okay, I want to give you a conclusion about the material today. The procedure text is the text to tell to reader how to make or how to operate something in mentioned by step and step in sentence or clause. And then the generic structure have three. The first is goals, and then the second is materials, and then the last is step. And then the purpose of procedure text is to tell the reader of people how to make a sentence. Okay, that is the final of this meeting. I think enough for me and keep healthy in this pandemic and be productive and don't be lazy in pandemic situation. And thank you for your attention. Thank you for your attendance here in our class. Good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you all.
wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.
Okay.